Ladies!
Everybody!
Yay!
Welcome.
Welcome. Oh, this isn't our usual recording time and day. What are we doing?
Oh, it's not. Jules, what are we doing?
Very, very, very exciting. First of all, though,
I have a cheeky little joke for you both. What did one piece of bread say to the other piece of bread on Valentine's Day? I want to make you crumb.
happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to lead with that.
Happy Valentine's.
Yes, it is Valentine's Day.
Is it though?
Isn't it? Happy Heart Day. All different.
Is it? Happy Heartbreak Day.
Okay, you know what?
Day.
Let me just say on that. This is super random, but it has to do with Valentine's Day. Why did they decide to make a holiday and then create the worst candies for that holiday to give people? It drives me crazy.
I never thought
hearts.
about
They're
that.
chalky. If somebody gave me those, I'd be like, you actually don't like me, do you?
You give that to an enemy. Those Russell Stover chalky ass chocolates.
Oh, it's just always bothered me.
No.
Always bothered me. Other than chocolate.
I never
they
thought of that.
Worse.
Well, because Jules, you must be shopping for your chocolate at the pharmacy.
Oh.
Maybe go to a proper chocolatier.
Cheapo.
Yeah, at least I don't get it at the Dollar Tree, okay?
It's true. Yeah.
I wouldn't know about, cheap and tacky chocolates.
Oh,
because I don't get any. It's fine.
Smudgy. It's Love Day and we love you.
This is our value.
It's fine. I'm just gonna grab my tissues because I've always got some ready. I'm gonna grab my tissues and I'm going to sit on the sofa and I'm going to watch Bridget Jones' Diary and I'm going to get potentially drunk and sing songs really loudly and just think, well, men should just be feeling really rubbish right now because I'm single and they don't have me.
They're lost.
They're lost. That's my plan.
I gotta say that sounds like probably better than most people's Valentine's Days who are in a relationship. So I might do that myself.
Great idea.
What do you do though, Kerry?
So as you know, likely that I'm not a big person with like lots of stuff around me. So Melissa and I are more about experiences than things. So I literally cannot remember, and this is going to sound sad at first, so stick with me. I literally can't remember the last time we exchanged a gift. Okay. Now, before everyone goes into tears, it's just not what we do. Like when you've been together as long as we have, it's like if we need something, we get it, and would rather have experiences because those memories stay with you much longer than the stuff that sits around and you end up donating soapbox stepped off.
True.
So I have this fun little book. It's called The Adventure Challenge. My version is the Adventure Challenge for couples. It's not that. They do have an Adventure Challenge for couples in bed. That will be next year, maybe. But yeah, it's just random blind challenges in there because it's hidden behind a scratch off. You pick it based on the key, and the key will show you little symbols that tells you if it's going to cost money. Is it indoor or outdoor? How long could it take? And you choose it, scratch it off, and once you scratch it off, you have to do it. And then it has a cute little cheeky place right next to the challenge where you can stick a picture of yourself doing the challenge.
That.
Like, how cute is that? Will we actually do it? I don't know. I took the book off the bookshelf.
First steps.
Baby steps.
What about you, Jules?
Oh,
what you got
man.
going
Well,
on?
I'm pretty similar to you, Carrie. I've been together with my husband as long as you have been with your wife. And so we are very similar. We don't really exchange gifts. He might get me flowers, but then let me tell you, ladies, we get so romantic. We sit on the couch with some wine.
Ooh, spicy.
And we binge watch horror films.
Oh, I thought you were going to say porn. Horror.
You binge watch horror
on Valentine's
films.
Day. Come on, that's romantic, isn't it? Am I alone in this?
Are there particular horror films that you choose? Or?
Typically, we'll try to do one we haven't seen, but if nothing new has come out, you always go to Old Reliable, which is the Scream trilogy. Ghost Mask may or may not come out. You never know. And so...
There's a ghost mask in your house? Okay.
Thank you, Milo.
And a trilogy.
Yes,
that's a commitment.
Honestly, though, we'll probably fall asleep before the end of the second one. That's just what happens. It's on a Friday. We'll be working all day. Yeah, But hey, that's Valentine's Day. But
so the title of the movie is not a clue as to what will be going on after.
Ooh.
Will there be screaming after the screams?
Let's be serious. There will be screaming after the screams.
Okay, there we go.
It will end not in horror.
Yes. And if you need any instructions on anything, I hear this guy AJ has this audio that will take you through the process of pleasuring your
I
husband.
might have heard
Apparently.
of that. I might have heard of it. I may have listened to it once or twice. I'm not quite sure if I remember the name of it.
Or 100 times. Jules,
Yeah.
not me.
And by pleasuring, we mean giving him a blowjob he will never
You
forget.
know it.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so other than Valentine's Day, what is special about today? Why are we recording not on our usual recording day?
We are recording today because it's the first episode, the premiere episode of our new series, QuinnCast Hit the Spotlight. Hit the spot. Hit light.
Spot
See
on.
what
See
you
what
did
you did
there.
there. See what you did. See what you
This is our
did.
interview series. So we're going to be inviting all sorts of cool guests on for conversations that will run the gamut. Because who knows? Our listeners probably already know that things just happen here that aren't planned. But we're going to have Quinn creators. We're going
Really?
to have experts on all sorts of topics around women's sexuality, women's empowerment. So many different people are already in the queue. More than
Well, I've already heard Jules is quite expert on blowjobs. We just covered
Check that off.
So we're going to be interviewing Jules then.
Oh, okay. We'll be interviewing Jules about blowjobs.
Right?
Not me because my partner does not have a penis. So Jules will be the blowjob expert.
Jules, do you spit or swallow?
Oh,
I
Lord.
swallow.
No. Oh God. No, I don't.
Well,
wanna know
now
that.
you know.
Good girl.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, if there's anyone out there who doesn't know what Quinn is, when I say Quinn creators, there might be one or two of you out there. So it's this really cool, spicy app. It's actually the reason the three of us met that brought us together.
It
Spicy
is.
app where you can listen to immersive erotic stories from delicious voices. You can find it at tryquinn.com. But yeah, that's how the three of us came to know each other.
It
Yes,
is
I said came.
delicious.
Settle down.
Yes. Shh, shh, shh. I didn't go there. I didn't go there for once, ladies. Thank
didn't feel
you.
smudgy. Okay.
I didn't know. Oh my God, I love the fact
I
that
know.
we're calling
it's
it a
pull the
smudgy.
smudgy.
So what do you guys think
Yeah,
about
it's-
this new series? What do you
So excited. Well, I know we've been planning it for a while and
Yes.
we've been having, talks about it a few months ago. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden we just had lots of people wanting to come on the show. And it was all very exciting.
I know we finally got the invitation sent out because it's been like on the to be done list for so long that we're like, okay, it's time. We've got to do it. And when we knew Valentine's Day was coming up, obviously it's the same date every year. But a couple months ago, we were like, what would it be like to have super special guests on Valentine's Day? So Jules, who is joining us for the
How
premiere
fitting.
episode?
How fitting for Valentine's Day. Our first guest on Hit the Spotlight series. The Quinn hubbies, John York and AJ.
Yay! I don't think we've ever officially come up with a couple name for them. We've gone from JJ to Ajon. I don't know. What's their couple name?
Ajon. That sounds like something you pour down the sink to clear the drain. Ajon.
Okay, it's not. So we're not going Ajon.
Oh my gosh.
Let's not do Ajon.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna upset
Well-
some people because I think that is the given name, Ajon. So I think we might have to come
Is
up with a
it?
better one, ladies.
Well, you know what? We'll ask them. Why don't we bring them on and ask them?
Great
Shall
idea.
we?
Let's do it.
I hear them at the door knocking.
Hello, hello.
Hello, AJ.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. Good. Yeah.
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
Hello.
Hey,
How are we?
John.
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. AJ looks so much cooler than I do. I'm in like a dad polo, and you're looking all cool. How are
Where's
we
the
all?
cozy cardigan, John? Where's the cozy cardigan?
I can put it on if
No,
you'd
you're
like.
very
Guys,
handsome in the polo. Don't
Balance
worry
each
about
other
it.
out.
Yeah. So, since neither of you lovely gentlemen sent in your preferred introductions like we asked, we're going to put you on the spot and ask you to introduce each other. So, AJ, did you want to introduce John York for our listeners, please?
Oh my gosh. Introducing John York. This is something that makes me incredibly nervous because he's someone I've looked up to for, well, at least the last 8-9 months or so since I began my journey towards Quinn. I saw him on there and thought, there's a guy who I want to be friends with. And how lucky I am to have had my dreams come true over the last few months. He's my hero. He's my husband. He's the one and only Mr. John York.
Oh, that was lovely.
That was amazing.
Aw, so sweet.
Came from the heart.
John, would you please introduce AJ?
So the person opposite me on this show is someone that I'm not just saying this, genuinely I look up to in all realms of life. He's an incredibly inspirational gentleman, very sort of passionate, as most of the followers of this podcast will know. But yeah, incredibly just an all-round amazing human being, and someone that I am dying to spend more and more time with as each passing day. But you will know him as an amazing musician and, of course, Quinn creator, and loads of other stuff. The more we speak, the more like things I find out about you like, that you have done. So it's incredibly inspirational person and just all round amazing human being. AJ.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that was beautiful.
So are you guys excited to be reunited after that so sad train departure?
Oh my goodness, I know.
Well documented on social media. How was it back? How was it to be back in each other's lives?
Do you know, that was so awkward because obviously, I'd said to John, I was like, I'm going to make a silly little TikTok on the train platform. It's like, okay, cool. But we did our like actual goodbye off camera. So that wasn't it. But then like I was just filming.
Yeah, go back to
what
that.
was the off camera goodbye like? Hold the phone.
I would never kiss and tell. Anyway, it
Just did.
But it was kind of awkward though, wasn't it? Because it was like, okay, bye, and then it's like, right, I'm just going to film you getting on the train, and then I was really like, I couldn't talk to you anymore. You're just on the other side of the glass, and like you're just gone. I was like, oh, I guess I'll upload this now. It was just so awkward and so strange.
So you didn't even send it to John for approval. You just posted it out there.
No, you just posted
wow.
it. I could have looked like anything.
That's trust. That's trust, John. That is. It's trust.
My favorite thing about that was the photo that John posted of me outside the train
With the phone.
on Instagram, like acting out that little goodbye scene.
That's awesome.
The one that I took just out of the window was like a last attempt of like, well, it's now or never. Like,
Well, he was cooking for you, and we got documentation of that. And he did strut out of some fucking castle or something. Whatever the hell it was. I don't know.
yeah.
Chateau.
Oh, the chateau. Sorry.
Yeah, we were feeling quite mischievous because about 5 minutes prior to that, we'd been not quite ejected from the gift shop, but I would say encouraged to leave because we decided that we would start firing toy bows and arrows at each other.
Of course
And
you did.
John picked up a crossbow.
Of course you did.
And like loaded the crossbow and got it ready to go and held it up and pointed it towards me. And the lady behind the counter just went, no. And then John had to like unload the crossbow and like put it back. And I'm like, okay, we should just leave now. We've outstayed our welcome.
Oh, you were chastised like you're a little kid.
It was like I never get told off. I never do anything to get told off, like really. But the lady had such authority. She had like quite admirable authority from just one thing. But it really like I didn't realize she was there. And if I knew that she was there in the corner, I would have never have done it. And like it was like I felt really like guilty, like I was immediately a school child again.
Yeah.
Then I felt embarrassed for thinking like, oh, I'm just acting out, and that's just the kind of guy that I am. You know?
I think that's your hubby's influence on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just anecdote after anecdote, isn't it, John?
I thought you were going to say you got kicked out of the gift shop because you had your own like flat pack adventure. Like,
oh,
I got AJ's audio on Quinn to know what I'm talking about. Flat pack adventure.
Oh, they already said they weren't going to talk about the kiss and tell, so that's exactly what happened.
That's right.
So
Yeah, you're right. Well, now that we know you guys met through Quinn. Obviously, that's how you came into each other's lives. The erotic audio app for you guys, apparently a dating app. So we kind of figured, since that was the case, would take that whole idea to the next level and maybe do a little newlywed game. You guys up for some?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes, you mean.
Yes.
Oh god. You're about to find out what I'm bad at.
Yes.
No, we made them easy. These are softballs we are lobbing.
You may have overestimated me.
Well, we're about to find out. All right, Jules, you want to kick us off?
Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where was your first date?
The lobby of a hotel in Glasgow.
Yes, that's right.
So, all right. So, hotel
Good.
lobby. What was it like?
Mhm.
Um,
I think we were meeting a bunch of creators in a different location, but my hotel was next to AJ's.
Yeah.
And then I think I just messaged and I was like, oh, this is happening? Us two are here. Do you want to walk down like together? I think it was like
Was it a gentleman handshake, or was it a 2-second hug, pat on the back, tap on the shoulder?
I think it was a very sort of very firm hug and little smooch. I think, as far as I
So
can
it wasn't like a
remember.
bro hug. Good. I fucking hate bro hugs. Like, hug each other.
there wasn't any performative back pat.
Oh,
Good.
it's the
Okay.
worst.
If that's what you're concerned about.
I would have been very disappointed in both of
So
you if there
glad.
was. So now I'm picturing like this hotel lobby. So it's John's hotel that AJ arrives to, or vice versa? I need every detail.
I came down in the elevator and John was waiting for me downstairs in my hotel.
What did you first notice about each other upon meeting?
Well, I saw John's big smile
Aww.
as the elevator doors opened, and I saw it straight away. It wasn't like, oh, I got out of the elevator. Where is he? The doors opened. There he was, like straight away, which was lovely. And it was a really. I've said this about everybody that we both met that day, but it did feel very much like we sort of already knew each other. I think, from my perspective, which is really nice. It was just like saying hello to an old friend. So.
Yeah, I would say that my experience was like really identical to that in the sense of there was no kind of like getting to know each other. It's that we all just like slotted into place, and it was such like a wonderful I just felt so comfortable and it was just a really nice group of people. And it's very sort of comforting because you're like, oh, this is what I'm spending so much of my, putting so much of my life into, and my goals and aspirations are into this craft. And then you find out that the people, your peers and your colleagues, are like amazing people, and you're like, oh, this is actually maybe I'm doing the right thing after all. Like maybe this is like okay,
nice.
So it's comforting in that regard. I was quite nervous, and then it didn't really help because everyone's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a problem, isn't it?
No, genuinely, and it's like Tom's melt in the mouth. Mez is like the funniest guy in the world. It's like, it's you sort of like, oh my god, this is insane. Like, what sort of group am I mingling with?
Wow. So butterflies in the stomach for both of you is what I'm hearing. Like.
It was really nice.
Yeah,
it was really
that's
cool.
nice.
It was a lovely
And you sort of
moment,
bonded together and then went to meet the bigger group. So I bet did that feel a bit easier when you were both sort of bonded and then you went to the group as a two rather than in. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I mean, you find your allies, don't you, pretty quickly. And like, obviously, like John and I had done his podcast previously, and we'd spent a bit of time talking together. And actually, we'd already recorded, like we'd done Ladies Lounge as well already by that point.
Yes.
So I felt like we sort of like we knew each other pretty intimately.
I'd say.
Yes, you did.
Like by that stage.
Not as intimately as some of us would like, but we'll get there.
So yeah, I mean there was no awkwardness whatsoever. So but I think like we had that in common, was that you both sort of felt like we could rely on each other to sort of hold each other's hand and go and see the bigger group. And I get quite nervous in situations like that. I think especially when you're meeting people who you sort of really see through the internet, and you sort of see on Quinn, and like you see them on TikTok, and it's like, bloody hell, are these people going to like me or not? Like you don't really know.
So speaking of the other creators, I think not only is meeting on Quinn unique in your relationship, but you've also decided to, I guess, kind of have an open marriage. We don't yuck anyone's yum here. So AJ, we've seen you around town with Tom York. John, you've been busy with Mersey. So who broached the subject first, and how did you each feel when you learned of each other's boyfriends?
Well, I learned from comments on a live. So that's like pretty heartbreaking. Yeah. I think it's more, I would have minded if it not be for the person who it was. And then it's like, oh, I totally like, I mean, I'd do the same.
Yeah, it's like everybody's got like their list, right? Of people that you sort of allowed to, if you happen to meet them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give you a little secret here. Tom York is on everybody's list.
Oh, no.
Every single person on earth has Tom York on their list, and if they don't, they should. My favorite thing about this conversation is I'm just sort of imagining somebody who's like, it's their first day entering into the world of Quinn. They don't know the law. They've never listened to me, never listened to John.
Right.
They just think, oh, I'm going to put on an episode of QuinnCast. And they're like, what the hell is going on here?
Right. I guess we could give some context.
It just sounds like one massive orgy right now, where just everybody,
Which is
Yeah.
only
That's the
going to increase
context.
subscriber counts. I mean, really, for real. But yes, they became such good friends so quickly that their communities, their respective communities, of which there's a lot of overlap, just started calling them boyfriends, from kind of a joking sense. And it's AJ's fault once on a live or in the chat, someone referred to John as his boyfriend, and he's like, he's my husband.
husband.
And
Please,
that was
let's
it.
be
We were like,
serious.
okay, we didn't get the invite.
No, we eloped.
Right, we're going to move into some rapid fire questions, boys. So here we go. What's a hobby your husband has that you don't fully understand?
I don't know. I don't share like the mechanical stuff, but I wish I could. And and when we when on at Glasgow when we first met, there was something wrong with my car, and I asked you to look at it, which is quite bold of me, if I do say so.
Yeah.
And you came and looked at it. You looked at it and you said, "Oh, it could be this," and it turns out it was, and you were right first time.
Of course.
That.
Look, I'm happy to take on the role of this person in the relationship. Like one person has to do this, and the person doesn't. But I'm proud of you.
AJ, what's a hobby of John's that you're like, I want to learn more about that?
I'd like to know more about the baseball playing, to be honest with you, because like I enjoy sort of spectating baseball, but I've never played ever. I've been to a couple of games, like I've been to Fenway Park, and I've enjoyed a couple of games up there and watched the Red Sox play and stuff. But I don't really know much about. I don't know much about playing. So
Now, John, before you answer this question, we only have an hour's left of recording, so just to let you know.
Okay, no. Yeah, well, I mean, I love it. I really do. I do want to put it out there. I'm shit at it, and I'm not just saying that as like you can't say anything nice about himself. Like genuinely shit at it. But I got stuck. There's a guy part of the club, and he used to play for the College of Shanghai, right? So he's really good. And now
are they
he's
well known
studying-
for being good at baseball?
I was going to say.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to say like
I was gonna say that
the
too.
Yankees or something.
No.
Like-
No, it's like Asia's like huge on baseball. It's really popular. Anyway, so he's like insane. He's really, really good. And he was like, he was doing like a bit of a one-on-one session with me to like train me up. And he goes, lesson 1, try not to be afraid of the ball. I was
Oh, no.
And I was like, yeah, fair. And he was like, I can't really do much with you until you get over that thing. Because essentially it's like, I'd be like jolting away. So that's how, that's the level that we're talking.
Oh, you're a flincher.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a flincher.
Well, because I didn't
bless
realize how solid that ball
Yes.
is. And when you have, and like, it was fine with everybody else. But when this guy came over from Shanghai and he could throw it at like 85 miles an hour.
Whoa.
And you're like, oh, that's pretty fast, actually, that.
It's pretty fast, yeah.
So it's that. Anyway, that's the whole other thing. But I do really enjoy it, and it's it's not too strenuous. It's more tiring than you think, but it's not. It's not too. It's my sort of sport.
What's your favorite thing to do on a baseball field? Like, are you a pitcher, are you a batter, are you
Chew gum.
a catcher?
Here we go.
Oh,
He opened the door. But John, aren't you legitimately a catcher?
yeah, I do. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am a catcher. I am a catcher.
AJ's a pitcher. Yeah.
I'm ignoring all this, by the way. This smut.
Didn't say
This
anything.
filth.
Of course you
Pure
are.
filth.
Oh, you're being rude.
Me
I didn't
either.
realize this was you guys are being rude.
You were the one who started it, AJ. My God.
Wait, John, you're a catcher, so you must not be afraid of the ball anymore then?
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Well, I
You would
keep
think that,
thinking-
yes.
I keep thinking that
Yeah.
if this was like a 90s movie, this keeps popping in my head, that the way that they would get you over it is to have you stand in the batting cage with I'm sorry, I don't know terms, just like you with cars. The ball that comes out really fast from the machine. Yeah, that, thank you.
Yeah.
And that
See-
they would literally just make you stand in front of it and get hit by it until you weren't scared anymore.
But the jokes is that we don't even have a batting cage because of where it is. It's not like a well-funded thing. And maybe Smudge and AJ will get this just because the UK based, but we're in a small town leisure centre. Like a
Yes.
sports hall. So like we don't use like foam balls or anything. We use like proper baseballs in a leisure centre. So the thing is, if it bounces off a wall, it's coming back at you at the same sort of
Oh
speed.
God, you're
No,
playing
it's-
indoors.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's cold. So most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know indoor baseball was
I didn't either.
ever a thing.
Yeah.
In class.
Oh.
Indoor baseball. John, to be fair, I would be terrified of the ball because like that is, I would be
Yeah,
scared.
it's
for
I'm
sure.
getting better,
For sure.
especially because I'm more like helmeted up and everything. I've got all this stuff, but he still like hurts. I was like the last time I was there, the guy from Shanghai. I won't say his name just in case he doesn't want me to. But the guy he threw it and it hit me there.
That's scary.
And like it was.
Oh,
But do you know what it's like? And it, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, my just where my heart should be, and it was it hit me, and it was like it was like so painful. I only sort of realized it's like my body like went into shock, and then I was sort of like it only started to hurt like a few like minutes after it had happened because it hurt so bad. If that makes sense.
yes.
But it was really bad. And I was trying to. The guy who like runs it is like a kickboxer. He teaches pro wrestling. He's a really tough guy. And like a really like man's man. And then he was like, you good? And I was like, yeah.
Oh,
through the muffled sobs. Yeah, I'm fine.
oh.
Yeah.
Do you ever like leave a game? I used to play soccer back in the football for you people back in the day.
Thank you. The proper name.
I'm trying, I'm learning. But like if I went home with, an imprint of the soccer ball, like the shape of the design of it on my leg, it was like a badge of honor. I'm like, that's right. I'm a badass. So like if you get injured, you kind of like wear that bruise or those tears with pride.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Right?
So. It was just a little bit lower down to be. I mean, it'd have to be like a deliberately like with your top
Open
up
shirt
and-
with your medallion hanging and the bruise all there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it'd have to be. It would have to be. What's the word? I would have to. Yeah. Expose myself a little bit too much to slip it into conversation.
Yeah. I gotta say, AJ's eyes went wide when you said I would have to expose myself.
Well, to be fair, he's seen it all before, so we know.
I was going
It
to
doesn't mean
say.
he doesn't enjoy it every time like it's the first.
Right.
Right. Jules, next question.
All right. What is a word or phrase that your husband uses a lot? Very often.
Or far too often.
Yeah, maybe.
No. Or that you love.
Right.
I'll tell you what I can think of. It's not a phrase, but John is such a lover and admirer of all the people in the world of like narration and voice acting and all of those things. So like he will always start telling me about people that I should know the names of, and I'm like, oh, so and so, they did this thing. I'm like, John, I don't know who that is. And he'll be always like waxing lyrical about these amazing people he looked up to so much. And I'm just like, I just truly don't know who you're talking about. I'm so sorry. I really, really should. I'm such a Philistine in this world.
Yes, John often talks over heads. He's very smart.
I think it's so sweet though, because like obviously such an admirer of the craft, I think that's really, really incredible. And I feel like I should be. And you're making me look bad.
No, do you know? I think it's just from like doing like the podcast for so long.
Yeah.
And you sort of get like and I think it was that. But like I don't know. I generally do. I feel I have so much love for like narration as it is, and I've been sort of so privileged to work with so many people who are like genuinely amazing. And I think what it was they were like the first so where I'm from, like originally, is a really working class area, really small place, and I didn't know anybody in real life who did something that they enjoyed like for a job. Like the whole idea of like if you actually went out to work and you enjoyed it. So it wasn't about like, oh, I want to be a professional football player or like an athlete or whatever. It was like, I want to enjoy your job, and people would say that's not what you should aim for.
not what
that's
happens,
not a
yeah.
thing. Yeah. So it was so and like I was so defiant of that, and I was so angry at that when I started narrating audiobooks, these were the first people that I'd ever met in real life who actually enjoyed what they did.
Yeah.
So it's like I idolized like all these guys, and I still do. They're amazing. So I do find myself like name dropping people who I think is like the coolest person on earth. If you're not in like the audiobook space professionally, it probably won't mean that much. But it's like,
But then I've heard you all talk it exactly the same light about other Quinn creators. When you talk about them, you talk about them in such an impassioned and idolized way. So is that sort of because you're passionate about what you do? That's how you just talk about people who love the same thing as you do?
I think it's to do with like I think it's because you know how hard it is.
Yeah.
And then if someone comes across as like super, like I think Tom is like such an underrated writer, and people bang on about how good of a writer he is, and I still think he's underrated.
Yeah.
He's so and like until you start, like if you're trying to like record lines off a page, and it's like when you start doing that, you become so self-conscious of how performed it sounds. And then when you do, and AJ, I don't know how you recorded your collab with him. I know you've done like a few bits and pieces with him and stuff, but like when Tom and I did something together, I couldn't get over how like good of an actor he is, and how good he is as a performer,
and as what an amazing director he was as well, as a result of that, and like being able to sort of actually sort of embody the craft and be like, okay, like you've done it this way, I understand why you've done it this way, but perhaps try doing it with a bit more of this, with this motivation, and sort of really just gave the perfect direction that made me sort of understand it in a completely new way.
Wow.
Do you get frustrated when people, is this why you get frustrated, if people don't understand, oh, you just talk smut for a living into a microphone, do you? Does it get frustrating when people don't realise how much and how involved and how many skills that you actually need to do that?
I think I have yet to have any experiences with anybody saying that to me, because I think I probably just don't actually get out of the house very much. To be brutally honest.
Well, screw that question then.
You're assuming that I've talked to people. And I haven't really.
I have had conversations like that before, where people have made those remarks, and like on and it's a thing about audiobooks as well, is you read books, like it's not a thing, but it's like there's like a few ways to go about like combating it, and the first one is, you have no idea how hard it is, or like whatever. But and the Quinn thing, I always say, like the difficult thing isn't in the recording of it, which people think it is. It's like not getting over yourself or anything like that. It's in the ideas and writing and doing it so consistent. That's where the job is. It's so difficult. But like I think it's easier just to sort of, if somebody's if somebody's trying to hold over you, that they have something that they, that takes so much effort and they do for so long and they hate, and it's like this big grueling task. It's kind of like a self-own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's this, you can't really, I was just trying not sort of enter those things, because it's like, it's not a competition that you want to win. As someone going, my life's horrible. It's like, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, right. And to that point, we didn't even mention, John, for many years before coming to Quinn, you've narrated audiobooks for a long time. About how many titles do you know that you've narrated?
Just over 350 now.
Oh my
That's
Lord.
Incredible. Such an incredible amount of audiobooks. It's amazing.
That is, like, of all genres?
For everything, yeah. I mean,
Brilliant.
It started off for like the middle part, it was mostly just romance and erotica, because it was just how it just sort of came out. It's just what I got cast for. But now it's sort of going, I'm doing a lot of like YA and fantasy and stuff. So it's been quite nice.
Wow.
But yeah,
What's YA? What's YA? Sorry,
Young
I don't know. What's
young
YA?
adult.
Young adults. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's nice to have that sort of balance, and I keep thinking that somebody's going to be like, oh, you can't do that and do Quinn at the same time.
Yeah.
Or do, no one has so far. So
I wondered if there was going to be a conflict there, truly. So that's,
yeah.
350 titles. Man. Wow.
God. How many songs have you released, AJ?
Not that many.
What brought those?
Nowhere near as prolific as John. No, I don't know.
If you had to guess, like, just ballpark it.
Well, I don't know. It's tricky, because I've done a lot of things with other artists and stuff that I've been connected to that I don't have my name on necessarily. So quite a few of those, and a number of years I was doing stuff for sort of TV and things for advertising as well, where I'd be kicking out, I don't know, like maybe 150 different advertising things over a year or so. So I've probably done more of those than anything else.
Yeah.
But
there's only one breakfast cereal one, isn't there? There's only one breakfast cereal one.
Is there?
What's breakfast cereal, Smudge? I don't know. Our listeners certainly don't know that. So
I've done so many. I think I probably have done multiple breakfast cereal things over the years. But that was the silliest one of all of them. Was the Fruit Loops.
The pinnacle of your career there.
Yeah,
the Fruit Loops.
It definitely didn't feel like it.
I believe this is the second time that's been brought up already.
Yeah, right. All right, before we get kind of like more serious and like deeper conversations, Smudge has one final important question for the two of you.
Can I just say they forced me to do this?
Yeah, right.
Duress.
We didn't
Severe
want the
duress.
question. You'll understand.
So, Gentlemen, who is more likely to use the word cunt in an audio?
Oh gosh.
Smudge. Look at John right away, points to his husband.
I don't know the answer to that one.
John does.
Yeah, I think it's you. I haven't done it yet. I've been sort of scared to, but in the ladies' lounge, I did pop it in for you because we'd had a conversation that you'd snuck it in and people liked
Yeah.
it. So I was like, let's
That's what I
try
was
it.
thinking of. Because I was like, it was in that one, and I was like, I was trying to remember if it was me that had said it, or if it was you, and it was me. It was me that said it. Well, there you go. Me then, I guess.
There you go.
You know, Smudge. Smudge is happy.
It's fine. Look, whenever I hear the word, I'm sorry. It's just, it wakes me up.
I mean, I've done it a few times now. It's in probably not maybe like 3 or 4 audios I've used it in. I'm not
I think
sure.
I've got the time stamps for 3 of them.
Okay.
Inked.
No, that would be Jules' department because Jules is our AJ Rain Man. Jules can tell us like, Jules, can you let us know which AJ audio did he sniff? Oh, she's like, oh, that's blah blah. 23 minutes. 48 seconds. I'm like, Jesus Lord.
Hey,
That's
it really
great.
helped. Hey, it really helped when we were putting clips together for the first episode. Okay,
It's
guys.
true. It
all
was.
right?
Yeah.
It'd make it easy to find with the AJ now and then.
So hang on a sec though. I don't think did John mention what AJ says too often? Did I miss that?
Oh.
Oh.
No.
You're not getting out of it.
Oh,
Wow,
I
well
thought I got
done.
away with it. I thought
No,
I got
you
away
did
with
not.
that
Nice,
one.
Jules.
Thank you. Circling back around.
Uh-huh.
Do you know, there's nothing. See, I'm usually quite good at picking up on like people's catchphrases. And I haven't yet picked up on like a phrase or like a thing. So I don't think there's anything. There's certainly nothing that annoys me. There's a lot of things that AJ says that excites me.
Well, we want an example of that.
Go on.
I think it's I think like one of the reasons why I'm so drawn to AJ, I mean this like genuinely, is like he's got such an obviously creative brain, and it's like a problem solving brain. And like I really like it when like you're having conversations, someone go, oh, actually you could come at it from this angle, and you can see the way that their brain is going through, like, if you're talking about either story or talking about project or something, and you can sort of see in someone's head like how they're figuring things out, and I think that's really, really strong in AJ. I think it's really apparent. I think it's one of the most amazing things in a person. It's so you get so inspired when you're having a conversation because you can see like the creativity going, and you're like, oh, this is going to turn into something really fun.
I love that.
Oh,
Thanks, mate.
It does like yeah, the creativity does seem to like kind of just seep out of his pores, right? Like it's just a natural his baseline, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And I think it's like such a natural storyteller, and you can see like across all mediums. And I think it's like why if you didn't even necessarily do like things like similar to Quinn before, and you came from like music and compositional things like that, but it's all storytelling. And I think that it came, and I think the reason why you've been so amazing in this is because it was like storytelling for you just naturally just came. It was like, and you know how to do it so well. And like even if it was like subconscious in the terms of like voice acting or anything like that. So I think I think that's really there's a lot of people who'd be very jealous of that, I think.
I think it's really interesting. Sort of the one thing that I noticed when we all met in Glasgow, and sort of the other creators that I've met as well, either in person or just sort of virtually, is we've all got these sort of quite interesting transferable skills from other worlds that are just kind of randomly led us here to this sort of this sort of beach we've sort of washed up on, and we're sort of just like driftwood, and we're like, we don't really know where else we belong. We kind of ended up here with this, and we're like, oh, you do that as well. Oh, that's really interesting. Like I found my way here through this, and I sort of never really found myself in a room full of people that I've had so much in common with, but from such a diverse route there. It's really fascinating, and I think that's what's just so cool about this being such an emerging creative medium as well. That's why it feels so new and so exciting. And I love how naturally we've all walked through the door and showed up here and just been like, okay, this is where we belong. And why we get on so well with each other, I think.
I think it's fascinating as well, like a lot of on like a business standpoint, on a creative standpoint and stuff, because it's not like a thing where you go to uni and you learn how to do it and there's this one method. It's like, because it's all new, like we kind of, I hope this isn't offensive to say, but it's like none of us know the exact rule, like the golden rule of how to do any of this. We're all kind of figuring out. So like every creator's doing their own version of what they think is the best way to do it, their version of making the best audios, their version of making the best quality like production and all this sort of stuff. So it's like when you get and you start talking about it, you start to hear different mindsets around it, and that is so fascinating because you can literally just go, I'd never thought of it like that. Wow, that might just change the whole game for me. Or like, you know, this whole navigating like the social media side of things. And I know that you know, creators, especially because that's like I have a really weak point with that myself, like with my knowing like how to sort of navigate all of that, but like being able to open to creators who've put so much thought into that and have like a really good like, you know, dynamic and relationship with their social media and their, you know, listenership and all things like that. So it's so fascinating to sit around and chat and discuss things like that as well.
I think the diverseness of the audios that are out there, and like you said, everyone's got some sort of different creativity, different angle, from a listener's perspective, then it's just great because you just get to go and search this shop for anything that you could possibly want. I mean, yes, the hashtags give you a guide, but every single one of you could do one audio. If you all had the same script and you all did it from one audio, you would all put a different spin on it. And that's what's fascinating for me. I find that really remarkable that, you know, we're talking similar starts, similar middles, and similar endings for audios. Okay, they go through a basic structure, a skeleton, and then it's all the skin and the flesh and the veins, etc. And it's fascinating to me how you can turn something that is quite a similar structure into something that's vastly different from each other. But I still think if you all had one same script, you would all come up with, and I think that's something you would be quite a good idea actually. You all get one script, you know, like the gentleman's, you know, club and the ladies and etc. all get together one script and produce this different version of the same script and see what it turns out like, because I think it'd be absolutely fascinating.
It's like a bake-off showstopper prompt. And
We've already got the name. See,
we've already got it. I don't know, John. I feel like this means now you might need to do the flat pack adventure.
Right.
Do you know, I do love that whole idea of that you get a writing prompt. I used to love doing it with like I've done so many like writing courses and stuff over the years. So it's like I love that whole idea of doing like, you know, doing like a writing prompt and we all do it together. I think that'd be so like fascinating and like I'd love to do that actually.
Sounds
Kind of
really
like
fun.
a Quinn creator mastermind, you know, you can just to idea generating machines. Yeah. Stay tuned for part 2 when we go deep with the hubbies and get their take on gender roles, women's sexuality, the impact of Quinn, and more. This has been Kaza. Your voice matters.
This is Jules. Go put those lips to good use.
and this has been Smudge. Keep wanking.